Hello YouTube, this is Denver Prepper coming to you again. This time with a very small segment. There's been a lot of talk on YouTube, prepper communities about I have stuff, how am I going to move my stuff? Also known as bug out bag, also known as Bob, or many other acronyms you can come up with. Again, very, very short because I'm not an expert. I'm coming to you with tips and things that I've learned as I'm going throughout my family's journey of how to prep. I am by no means an expert. I can't tell you, what's the best knife to get, or, based on my own experience with guns, that's pretty much it. So very, very quickly, I do have a combat, quote-unquote, combat loadout that I've put together for my own use. This works on shooting day as well as bug out if I absolutely need to. Pictures are... I'll intersperse the pictures with this video as I, go about talking about it. And the first one, you'll see that I'm leaning over a fair amount. I had to take these in my basement in a mirror because I didn't have anyone to take photos of me. So the black things that you're seeing to the left, lower left, around my waist, are magazines for the SKS. I've got two 10 rounds and a 30 in there, and there are no pouches for the SKS magazines, especially for PALs or Molly gear. What I've got is the second generation Molly Web load-bearing vest. Picked it up for $7 on eBay. I'm sorry, Amazon, Amazon.com. I buy pretty much everything I have on Amazon. Love Amazon. So picked it up for about $7. The pouch was another, I want to say 20. The magazine pouch. I have another one on order, so that's going to go on the right-hand side, as you see it. My left. Also. I've got a couple other pouches on order. I've got a dump pouch, what they call a dump pouch, to, if I use up all my magazines, or let's say I use the ammo out of one mag, I take it out, I really don't want to have to stuff it back where it goes. I just take the mag, push behind me, put it in the dump pack, and then pop in a new one and keep going. Works the range beautifully. Also holds spare shells, spare rounds. If I don't want to break open a new box of ammo, I've got a few rounds left over, I can just, take those out of the mag, put them in the dump pouch, and then, when I get time, build a new mag from spare rounds. So, plenty of uses for dump pouches. I've also got some 550 cord that you didn't see. I've not got the entire rig figured out yet, but I know what I'm carrying with me, and I've got about 100 feet of 550 cord. If you don't know what 550 cord is, I will put a description in the, I'll put a definition in the description of the video. Great stuff. I carried it in the Army, laced boots with it, tied things down to an APC with it. Excuse me, made a tool belt out of it once or twice. So it's just great stuff. Love it, love it, love it. You can get it on Amazon, 100 feet for like $9. It's great stuff. I've also got some miscellaneous tools. I didn't show you my bag. I've got an Eddie Bauer computer bag that I have as my own personal bug out bag. It's got ammo in it. It's got like 250 for the 9, about 250 for the SKS, and about another 50 for the 25. So altogether, roughly 600 rounds of ammo. In there, got some extra mags, got cleaning kits for the individual weapons. Things like that. So I can sling that over my shoulder since it's fairly heavy. I can give the survival bag to my wife or my child, or whatever the case may be. I can also give a slightly lighter bag to someone else and carry the ammo, or whatever the case may be. But I know that on my vest itself, I've got plenty of room for ammo. I got a radio on there. I don't plan to get too far out of range, but I might be a few hundred feet where somebody can't hear me yell, but if I pop on the radio, they'll be able to hear me. So I had that on the vest. Now on the belt, which you may not have seen, and I'll show you. I'll take a better picture of that later on, and I'll show you that in this video as well. On the belt, I've got not only my pistol and extra mag, but I've also got some other pouches. Those are M14 ammunition pouches that I picked up at an Army surplus here for I think $6 or $7 a piece. The belt was maybe $4 or $5. Your Army surplus is a great place for things like this. So pick those up at Army surplus. The belt and the molly gear go together well. I was going to holster my sidearm up here on the vest until I used that stuff for paintball, or I'm sorry, for airsoft, and until I looked at my airsoft gear, I'm like, oh, hey, hang on. That looks like it would work quite well for what I want it for, so I connected it together, and hey, lo and behold, it works. So you don't have to have the newest Army type gear out there. You don't have to have all this other stuff that some preppers seem to think you need. You do need to have smarts, and you do need to have some type of endurance about carrying all that stuff, because 600 rounds of ammo is heavy. We're talking probably 30 pounds with just on the bag, on the bug out bag itself, not including the mags for the SKS, the SKS itself. If I need to patrol or something, something like that. So there's a lot of weight there, and am I big enough and in shape enough to carry it? So that's another question you got to ask yourself. My own experience is, yes, I can carry it. I carried it, all that stuff last month. I went up to a place here very local to go shoot. And because my car, it's a German car, but it's not made for snow, especially deep mountain snow, I had to hoof it probably 150 yards to get where I wanted to shoot. Put all that stuff on, got the SKS out, and I walked 150 yards. And now people are saying, well, it's not far at all. No, it's not. Wearing 50 pounds of gear, yes, it is. It's very far. So I wanted to take that into consideration. A couple other things that you may want to consider is location of how you're going to carry, and how your actual carry is going to look. You can have pouches, you can have you can have belts, you can have just the regular Vietnam era web gear. You can have some West German stuff. I know some guys have some West German stuff, West German military, that works very well. So there's a lot out there as far as carry gear goes. How do I get my stuff from point A to point B? There's so many videos on a 72-hour kit or a bug out bag. So I'm not even going to touch that. There's so many out there. Very brief overview. You need food. You need some type of self-defense, whether knife, gun, whatever the case may be. You need some cash to maybe get where you're going. But again, there's so many videos. I'm not going to cover that here. This is more for how do I get my weaponry and my self-defense stuff from point A to point B. Carrying a rifle in the city is going to get you looked at by cops, so we need to think about that. But and again, there'll be photos of what I have and things like that. So something to think about, something to chew on YouTube. And again, prep for your neighbor. If you know that there's an elderly couple next to you, show them the love of Christ and protect them. Watch out for them. If there's somebody snooping around, if you got a 44, let them know that there's somebody next door that's watching over them that has a 44. And give them the good Clint Eastwood line. Anyway, show people the love of Christ by prepping for them too. And also, you know what, YouTube, God bless. Thanks.